PCZone magazine for December 2005, issue 161. Britain's best PC games mag. Take that, UK division of PC Gamer. Yeah, sweet. We got Brothers in Arms Earned in Blood. Battlefield 2 Special Forces. Free games. 209 hours of free gaming inside. And PES 5. I didn't know PES had their own, PES, the little things with the heads on them. PES. No, that's with the Z, isn't it? That's not a funny joke. Anyway. A friend of mine bought it and struggled with the mechanics, and then took over and did it correctly, and the friend said, I hate you. Nice. That's a friend. Yeah, everyone. I remember a lot of people bouncing off it because they thought it was just another shooter, and I don't feel like their gameplay videos helped. I feel like closer to release, they did a better job of showing that it was like about ordering your men to do stuff, and that was what won you the fights, and it wasn't just about how good you were at shooting, because your guns were so ineffective, deliberately. Anyway, here we go. Anybody sees anything they want me to zoom in on, just shout it out. It doesn't matter if I have to go back a page or two. I know there's a delay in chat. Black and White 2. That's a game. Just got attacked by noises as the CD finished. Cool. That's a game I need to go back to. If only long-term viewers will know, but I was playing Black and White 2 and it killed a graphics card. Live on stream. I don't think it was the game that killed the graphics card. I think that's just what I was playing when the graphics card died. Yeah. I think I was teaching my animal to poo in the field. Graphics card killer. Peter Molyneux owes me a graphics card. You don't, Peter. You're fine. Make a new game already. I miss your games. I don't care what people say about you. It's not a crime to be hyped for your own ideas. Which game were you playing where you rebooted and artifacted on boot? Yeah, that was it. Well, it happened twice. It happened first time it happened was with Generals with the same card, and then I took the card out and I inspected it and cleaned it, and I reflowed all the components in the oven, and then plugged it back in, and it worked fine for about a month. And then Black and White 2 killed it. Yeah. Anyway, lots and lots of writing. Viet Cong 2, cover story, Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood. I liked the graphics. I like that they weren't afraid to make the grass green instead of just brown and grey like everyone else was doing at the time. Fear. Everyone remembers First Encounter, Assault Recon. Which is the one that people don't like? Is it Fear 2 or for 3er? It's for 3er. For F3AR. For 3er. You never got into FPS games like those? Oh, like, like Fear or like Brothers in Arms? Or do you just mean Brown games? I just wasn't a big fan of Brown. Ooh, that could be taken out of context. Don't do that. Games. Filter. I'm having one of those days. What is this? Sin when you're winning. Oh, is this the Source 2 Sin game that had a dynamic difficulty system that broke if you were too good at the game and just spammed you with impossible to beat enemies? And the solution was to just kill yourself deliberately over and over again, like 10 times, and then it would like scale it back. Torrents of abuse. Ah, Pirate Bay. I see a Worms, 3D Worms. Is that Worms Mayhem? 3D Worms games. There's still Call of Duty 2 in here. Ah, coming soon. X3 Reunion. I never played X3. I never completed X2. I had X2. I have X2. Got a really nice box. X2 The Threat. Serious Sam 2. Blow censored word up again. Yeah. That's a game I need to play on stream at some point. When we finish Serious Sam 2. When I finish any game. Did I finish Serious Sam 1 yet? No. Finishing games is overrated. I need to request X3. Don't I need to finish X2 first? Or is X3 just much better overall? Because the point in X2 which I had trouble with was the automation part. Like when you start getting more than one ship and you have to like automate your business, I was just too German. It was too X3. No, it was too. What do they call it when you have like Empire business running automation stuff in your exterminate, explore, and make money game? X profit. You got around to installing Linux on your i7 2700K and RX 5080 rig. For being 15 years old, it's shockingly usable. Even Proton games work. Yeah, man. I was using a 5080 up until... No, I wasn't using a 5080. I was using a 4080, which is just a 5080 that uses more power. Until like after COVID, until like 2019. No, that was the beginning of COVID. Until 2024? Yeah, like 2 years ago. It's not a bad card. That's a good series of cards. It's when AMD finally started not making rubbish. Hey, look, it's City of Villains. It's the opposite of that game you guys were playing for Sakura's celebration stream. That was a lot of fun to watch. Good games. UT and Generals, and fun to see stuff about MMOs that I never had an experience with, really, like City of Heroes and yeah, I played Galaxies for like the 30 days free trial, and I really enjoyed it, but it was MMO. It was an MMO. I bounce off MMO stuff, like I just too many buttons, and you have to remember all your hotkeys, and it's all about like sitting and watching things happen automatically until you have to press the thing at exactly the right time, and if you don't press it at the right time, then you've fucked everybody, and it's all your fault. It's Sid Meier. He created all of civilization and simulations. Yeah, 2005. Yeah, Civ 4. Civ 4 represents the best thinking of all of the Civ 1, 2, and 3 players, together with our designers. Sounds like they trapped all of their Civ 1, 2, and 3 players in a large building and extracted their brains and turned them into AI. We're stupidly jank without the expansions. Each expansion was another user's brain. No, I'm making up nonsense. This looks crazy. What is this? Is this just a tech demo? No. Savage Battle for New Earth. Look at this. This is like some Unreal 3 tech. Look at that bloom. I never heard of it either. Savage Battle for New Earth. Go solo, venturing into epic fantasy FPS waters with Project Offset. What? You're telling me two things there. What's the difference between Savage Battle for New Earth and Project Offset? What? Confusing. Project Offset is largely a very different creation. Each map you play in the multiplayer game will have a different set of objectives. There are several character classes and creatures to ride to, from dragons to giant trolls, but how far away is all this? It sounds like a single-player expansion that repurposes content from the MMO? Did this ever release? Could somebody look that up? Project Offset. A Savage Battle for New Earth. Confusing. Oh, it's Dark Messiah! A game I'm looking forward to playing. I've got it all set up. I'll play it at some point. Oh, zoomed in. Yep. Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. That was just when it was called Dark Messiah, right? And then they added the "and of Might and Magic" on the end. Because they wanted brand recognition. Quake 4! I was hype when I saw this for the first time. I was like, they're making a sequel to Quake 2? Making a sequel to Quake 2? I don't really know how to explain how I feel about Quake 2. The first was anyone else disappointed Project Offset got cancelled, lol. Well, that's why they only got a paragraph in a PC Gaming Mag. No, it's not. If you think 4 is shit, then you haven't played it properly. I'm sorry. I'm pointing at you. You there. You. If you go into 4 with 2 things in mind. One, that you're playing it doesn't have to be shiny. If you use the modern source port and you have your drivers all set up properly and you have your graphics set correctly, it looks like Prey visually, which I know is kind of shiny. Shut up. It is a sequel to Quake 2, and the developers were incredibly aware of the generic FPS military slop that was also coming out at the time. And they knew it was going to be a console release. So what they did is they made the first, I want to say slightly less than quarter of the game, feel like one of these sci-fi based military shooters. They introduce characters and they introduce some weapons and they introduce some really basic mechanics, but they show you all of this stuff you can't interact with that's clearly not just set dressing, and then they chop your legs off and give you a robot head, and then you can use all of the cool stuff and all the cool weapons, and suddenly the game is more like Quake 2. And it's awesome. It's really good. It's a really clever storytelling technique, and I'm sure it scarred a load of people watching them have to have their limbs sawed off in a conveyor belt. Anyway, Quake 4 rules. Also, I really like the intro. Just like the first few seconds of the intro video, where it's like, does anyone remember the beginning of Quake 2? And it's like they do the little voiceover, and it's like the humans bring the battle to the Strog, and then it does the little recon ship, and then it does the huge battleship arrives, and it does all the gun turret things as the music goes, and it's really cool. And then they launch all the pods. Well, that goes to shit, and then the start of the Quake 4 intro is literally a guy floating in space, and then it like slowly pans and zooms, and you realize it's just half a guy floating in space with his entrails spread across in like 0G, just sort of blah, blah, blah. And then all of the ships start arriving, and it's cool. It's really cool. It's like I feel like enemy territory Quake Wars existed at this point. Did ETQW come out after Quake 4 or before? Anyway, just the whole human Strog war thing is cool. It's a cool narrative setting. Came out after. Right, okay. But it played on that then. The in-between. Anyway, I'll stop gushing about a game that people think is mid. Age of Empires 3! It's the one no one liked! There is still, like, a hardcore subset of people that still play Enemy Territory Quake Wars. One of them's a streamer as well. I follow them. Hey, Deluxe Take Tim. Hey, Whiskey. Ace. I felt bad. I felt like maybe I was tryharding a little too much and spoiling everybody's fun. That, Yep. That was a lot of fun playing UT 2003. Ah, so it's like the Unreal 2 of strategy games. I spent a large amount of my youth playing deathmatch and team deathmatch and arena shooters, Unreal, Quake 3, various mods, Half-Life Deathmatch. I feel like maybe the most important development of my brain during between the ages of 13 and 16 was learning how to predict shots with a rocket launcher at different distances in different games. That's why I didn't do well at school. It's lacking the magic. Do you reckon that's to do with the jump to 3D? I don't. Yeah, I exactly like what Unix is saying. I don't feel like Microsoft Game Studios or whoever was making the Age of whatever games didn't really hit on a formula that worked until they made Age of Mythology, which I thought was great. Age of Empires 3 adverts everywhere. Rise and Fall, Civilizations at War. Another historic RTS I don't think I've played. I really can't explain why, but you can tell what's up because they remastered 2 and not 3. Yeah. Everyone's like, they did remake 3. The definitive edition. There you go, Tim. I didn't know they'd remake 3 either. Now, this game, Peter Jackson's King Kong, you would think a movie tie-in game. What's so good about that? They're usually crap. Apparently, there's something about this game. I saw a video essay about it. And apparently it's got like some very strange simulated diegetic AI or something. The Black Mesa shirt, yeah. I showed up for the science team decathlon, and all I got was this stupid T-shirt. That was terrible. Yeah, that's a game I need to look at some point. City of Villains. You can have robot spider legs that come out of your spine. That's original. You can be an evil kung fu master. Hey, Pipex. I was with Pipex. 2 megs with them clamshell doodads. The USBs. Hey, shot your pants. Con game. Ooh, ooh. How's it going? Yeah, apparently it's good. I've seen a lot of interesting things, or heard a lot of interesting things about it. Apparently it's good. Apparently it's a good time. I don't think it came out on the PC though. I think the PC port was cancelled. If I remember correctly. Didn't it just come out on console only? It came out on PS3 and Xbox 360, I think. Hmm. Brothers in Arms. Very cool game. Pro Evolution Soccer 5. Tiger Woods PGA Tour '06. Isn't that the one with the ginormous file in it that's like an episode of The Simpsons or something? It's all encrypted weird just to fill out space. Or was that '04? It didn't get the budget of AoE 2 DE because it didn't need it. It was already a 3D game. I was convinced they had forgotten that AoE 3 existed. I apologize in the strongest possible terms for being wrong. Jeff, what magazine is this? Game Pro? No, it's the UK. This is PCZone magazine, December '05, issue 161. Thanks for asking. Welcome in. They really wanted people to play the Civ, didn't they? Is Nuclear Gandhi still a thing? Literally only covers Windows. No, they talk about Linux stuff in here too. Occasionally. Black and white too. Yes. We a conscience. I'm evil. I like the voice acting in Black and White 1 and 2. I like the little angels and demon on your shoulder. They were funny. Did you have Game Pro magazine in the noughties eras? I've never heard of Game Pro. Is it a US brag, or is it like a European or global? Like PC Gamer's global. There was two versions of PC Gamer. There was the US version and the UK version, and the UK version was like a blend of the US version plus they had a office in Bath where they had like 5 or 6 writers on staff, and they would have like a British podcast and British articles shoved into the UK edition. Yeah, and there was also an Australian branch as well, where I guess they did the same thing as they took the American magazine and then added extra stuff. Yeah. Game Pro is US. Is Game Pro specifically PC, or was it like a broad magazine for like consoles as well as PC? Always learning about new stuff. It's pretty cool. Dragon Shard. This is like a Diablo clone, or is it more of an RPG? Interesting. Got a good score. 78, not bad. Oh, it's an RTS. It's an RTS that looks like Diablo. How strange. Dragon Shard. I'll have to give that one a go. SS2. I know, but there's something really nice about having it all in these pages and flicking through it. And you can do what I'm doing now and just look at the stuff that grabs your attention, or you can read it from cover to cover, which I always did eventually when I got these. I would do what I'm doing now and just look at the stuff that grabbed my attention. And then when I was bored later on, I'd start reading it. I'd actually read the articles properly and, read all the stupid from letters from the audience stuff and things. Blitzkrieg 2. Indie Zone. What we got? Land of Legends and Brickman. Zolox. Little Gods. Silverwings. Hey, Silverwings looks cool. It's got Star Monkey vibes. There you go. Shot Your Pants. That's a game for you to play if you've never played it. Star Monkey, or is it Space Monkey? It's Star Monkey. Haven't got a rating of 7? Yeah. So many military games. That hasn't changed, I don't think. But now a lot of the double A, let's call them double A studios, make sort of have to pick their flavor of between arcadey and milsimmy, and there's like a spectrum of arcade to milsim for your military shooters. And if you make it arcadey, you have to lean slightly towards the single player side. And if you make it milsimmy, you lean slightly more towards the multiplayer side. And you've got games like Rising Sun and what's it called? The guys that made Red October. No, Red. Oh my god, my brain's just gone. They made the Vietnam one, and they made the World War II Russian one before that. Rising Storm, is that what it's called? Red Orchestra, thank you. Yeah, the Red Orchestra devs, and then they made like an Army Man mode, didn't they? Where everyone was plastic green army men. I thought that was fun. X2 The Threat. Yes, I bought that. Deus Ex Invisible War. I've completed that on stream. It's got dumb endings, but the game itself is pretty good. It's the Unreal 2 of the Deus Ex games. Tripwire, yeah. Boiling Point Road to Hell. Looks very Far Cry, doesn't it? What do we reckon? Shooters, Half-Life 2, Battlefield 2, Call of Duty 1, Far Cry, Unreal Tournament 2004, Fear, new entry, and SWAT 4. Strategy, you got Rome Total War, Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth, Soldiers, Heroes of World War II, Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology has a 90% score. That's pretty good. Rise of Nations, Sid Meier's Pirates, Ground Control 2, Operation Exodus. Action adventure. Interesting that Max Payne is classed as an action adventure game just because it's third person. Same with Splinter Cell. Very interesting. ATI Radeon. Fast new ATI range moves in for the kill. ATI's R250 architecture, originally codenamed Raptor, is rapidly approaching. The boxed products will be known as the X18 XT, the X18 XT XL, and the X18 Pro. X1800, sorry. The X1800 XT, the X1800 XL, and the X1800 Pro, with other variants likely to hit the shelves for Christmas. How much they'll cost is not yet known. I got the next one up from that. I had an X1950 XT for ages. That's what I played. Bad Company 2 and Crisis, and well, it would be Crisis 2 by then. Crisis 2 and World at War and stuff on. Wait, what? I've never had a lot of money for PC stuff. I've always been AMD and ATI. Big sad. The X5 Fatality FPS. I have one of those in this computer that I have turned on in front of me. It's cool. I don't have this remote though, but I do have the remote from the live. That works with this card too, because it's exactly the same inside. So they just changed the housing to be more, Y2K. Whoop. How to change your video card. Thanks. Oh, there's that Dragon Shard again. Interesting. Hardware. AMD Athlon 64 FX57. Or an AMD skint. Get an Athlon 64 3000 plus. With an A8NE Enforce 4 Ultra. Remember when I did that stream where I fixed my XP machine because it exploded? I believe it was an A8N Enforce 4 Ultra that exploded on me. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I replaced it with an almost identical A8N board from another manufacturer. That's funny. Oh, here's all the free 209 hours of free games. We got demos. Brothers in Arms demo. The movies. Pro Evolution Soccer 5. Well, actual demos for the games, they said. Serious Sam 2 demo. Total Overdose demo. Total Overdose. Why is that ringing bells? Was it like a shit GTA? Is it the what's the one that's got all the purple and stuff? And it's like a GTA ripoff, but everything's purple and you can hit people with a dildo bat. Payday? No, not Payday. Uh no, not Postal. It's a whole series. It begins with a P. Something something is how it's said. Saints Row. It doesn't begin with a P. Paints Po. Yeah, Saints Row. Yeah, it is. Does Total Overdose have anything to do with Saints Row? Is it like the progenitor of that series by the same studio or something? That's something in my head that's telling me that's they're affiliated somehow. I'm gonna Google it. Apparently they made two of them. Yeah, and he's got the stupid purple T-shirt made by Deadline Games. They went bump after making 3 games. Uh, did they become somebody else? Oh no, they didn't make. They made more than 3 games. Total Overdose 2 was cancelled though. Strange. It just resembles it, I guess. Okay. Not related. They just have a lot in common, I guess. Weird. Uh, Age of Empires 3 demo. Bet on Soldier. What's Bet on Soldier? Two missions from the upcoming shooter from Digital Jesters. Never heard of it. Bond gets saucy. Hey, is this GoldenEye Sauce? It is. Oh, this has got to be before it even came out. If you want to laugh with some friends and you don't want to pay any money, download and play GoldenEye Sauce 5. It's great. It's got custom soundtrack. It's got remixes. It's got all the levels from GoldenEye. It's got a whole bunch of extra stuff. It's got all the weapons. It's got modifiers like Unreal and GoldenEye had, like Big Head mode or DK mode and paintball mode and stuff, but loads of other stuff. It's got really good bots. Fantastic. Absolute whale of a time. GoldenEye Sauce. Highly recommended. Firing. I used to read Thresh's tech website, Firing Squad. Oh, missed a message. You got free game CDs from these magazines back in the days. Yeah, or DVDs. I think at this point. Bear with me. I have a spindle somewhere. By spindle, I mean 2 spindles. Oh, that's dusty. Whoop. Yeah. Stuff like this. One day I'll do a cover disc stream. But yeah. So many discs. So many discs. Oh yeah, they've got double-sided at one point, which is crazy. Yeah, look at this. It's a double-sided disc. Well, it's not even a CD, it's a double-sided DVD. So this is before dual density DVDs. You know, where they went from being did they go from being like 4 gigs to being 8 gigs? Or did they go from being 2 gigs to 4 gigs? I can't remember. Yeah, like 1.7 gigs up to 2.3 gigs or something. Whatever. Yeah, these still work. They haven't got bitrot yet. But these are that's a double-sided DVD. and there's CDs here too. This is all the cover discs that I still have from this magazine and other magazines. So there's a PC Gamer one. Also a double-sided. There we go. So we're starting to get to the CDs now. Is that Day of Defeat? Yeah, it is. No, it's Wednesday, Ridrix. How you doing? Yeah. And I don't need to back these up because there's a crazy person on the internet that's got every magazine and every cover disc that PCZone ever did backed up. Like 700 gigs of images or something crazy. I'm not too bad, thanks, Ridrix. Welcome in. We're just going through this magazine, and then I'm gonna be playing some stuff. I was just really busy yesterday. I had a bunch of stupid official appointments and phone calls and shit I had to, deal with. That's Crossfire. That's an interface I've not seen in a long time. Who remembers Crossfire? It wasn't very long-lived. When GameSpy and GameSpy Arcade went the way of the dinosaur, everyone was like, but where do I matchmake? Where do I play the games? Where do I chat with my friends and have friends lists? Courtney's GPU died yesterday, so you bought her a 5060 to replace her 1070. That is an upgrade and a half. Nice. Use Crossfire's screenshot facility to lag out soldier front so it end up inside a box. I thought that's a Winamp. It looks similar. I'm sure there was some Winamp skins that look like that. That's that's a gaming utility, Crossfire. You have friend lists, and it had a server browser. I believe at one point it had Steam integration. Yeah. Skeuomorphic design is better. That's a word. I would like to know the definition. A design style where digital interface elements mimic the appearance, texture, and functionality of real-world physical objects to enhance user intuition. It uses shadows, gradients, and 3D effects to make digital items look familiar, such as the trash can icon for deleting files or the notepad with its yellow-lined paper. I feel like there's a really bad examples AI Google summary. You can just get in the bin. Just say, like digital audio software. You remember when you used to have the stack, right? Emulated your living room hi-fi stack. That's cool. Where's the chat? Go on, there it is. Yes, I totally agree, Tim. Yes. 296 on Amazon. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Considering a 5090's £2.5 grand, it's not bad. Just agree with me. I do agree. Look like brushed aluminum. Like Toast 7. Was it Roxio that made Toast? No. Nah. Oh, who made Toast? Nixon? Maxion? Whoever made Toast, the CD burning program for Mac. Toast 7, I think, had the shiny chrome metal. And QuickTime Player, yeah. I got QuickTime Pro from my university. They made us do a workshop where we used QuickTime to like deconstruct videos into image sequences that we could then put through Photoshop batch filters to like create weird visual effects and then like re-import them back using QuickTime Pro to make video files. And you could just go to the About page in the player and see what the key and the username was. I wrote that down in my notebook. And I went home and I registered my QuickTime. Because there was no such thing as online DRM. Yay, piracy. Anyway. Looks pretty good. Bunch of mods for Half-Life 2. Freeware. Guns, the Duel. Never heard of it. But it's got pirate ships. Control Monger. Get ready to monk some controls. I don't think you could say that anymore. That's not... Is that Star Control 2? The Urquan Masters. Eats. Feed me. Feed me now. Little platformer thing. Urban Dead. Starship Troopers! We played this. We completed this. I miss college. Having access to Microsoft Dream Spark and just taking all the keys, even if you didn't need them. The Hmong are hill people, not jungle people. Yes. Urban Dead only shut down last year? Cool. QuickTime. Gross. We superior Linux users would have used Xanim. Love the Starship Troopers movies. I love the first one. It's a timeless classic. The second one is weird. It's like a teen horror movie with Starship Troopers trappings. It's atrocious. It's pretty bad. And then 3 is weird. It's like it's got a lot of like religious rhetoric in it, where they like, it was almost like a real movie. Yeah, where they're like trying to, because they're like a authoritarian society, they don't have religion, and then like there's a bunch of like Christian people or something, and they try and like arrest them as rebels, and then actually like they work out that they can spin it like, you know, if God's on their side, then, you know, even more like stuff to use as propaganda. It's really weird. And they like fake Rico's death with like by hanging, and then give him an elite squad of mech suit people. It's really weird. And there's also some guy who sings, who's like a what they call fleet marshals or something in that series. And there's some like psychic fleet marshal who sings, who does like makes viral videos on the the Infonet or whatever, Sky Marshall, yeah, whatever. It's a weird movie. It's a weird movie, but it's like it's not. I wouldn't call it a waste of time to watch. It's interesting. It's just all over. It's a bit all over the place, and some of the actors like are really they're not just biting the scenery. They're going to lunch on it. He's psychic and in contact with the bug god or something like that. Yeah, but it's not. It turns out not to be a god. It's just a psychic bug. I think it's weird. It's very weird. Worth the watch at least once. Oh, and there's two CG movies which are like way later, and like Rico's like a general or something at this point. He's only got one eye. It's where the eye patch thing comes from. Um, yeah, the Zerg Overlord controls his mind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The animations are great. Yeah, they're two movies about like weird shenanigans with the Psy-Corps, the Psyops Black Branch, doing weird experiments on the bugs and it going wrong twice, basically. And they're fun. They're fun movies. The CG ones, lots of fun action. It's like watching a really long cutscene on a PlayStation 2 game. The Overmind. Yes, not to be confused with the Gravemind, which is exactly the same thing but in the Halo series. The best iteration of Starship Troopers is Roughneck Starship Troopers Chronicles. Yeah. Oh, except no alternatives. Yeah, yeah, pretty good. We have gotten. I remember playing this Dystopia mod. Is this a game or a mod? I feel like this is a mod for Half-Life 2? No? Is this just a game? No, it's a mod. A mod for what? Dystopia-game.com. Their website is still up. This looks amazing. Oh, this web, this web, this web, this web 2.0 design is amazing. I've got to share this. There we go. Look at this. Look at this web design. This is great. Oh, Discord widget. Oh, they've got a Discord server, and for some reason they post the online status of all their members on their website. This is madness. About. Go and give us some screenshots. There's no screenshots. Too much bandwidth. They have a wiki. The wiki is for Das ist verboten. News. And news just goes to the Steam page. They had a tournament in 2023. It's no GOC's website, is it? No. Well, that was fun. Still don't know what game it's for. I'm assuming it's for Half-Life 2. I think I remember it being for Half-Life 2. I think I remember playing this because the machine gun reminded me of the one from Tribes with the spinning. Yeah. The original Killing Floor. Is this the mod version? Yeah, it is. I'm not on the right thing. Hold on a minute. Overhead. There we go. Sorry, I forgot to change back. Right. Yeah, I turned the page. That's all you missed. There we go. It's the original Killing Floor mod. The mod was so grungy compared to the game that came out, like the proper standalone version of Killing Floor. High-res Half-Life 2 face pack. Is that like the beginning of the cinematic mod? Ugh. Fight Club. Fear and SWAT 4. What was that? SWAT 3. Yeah. It's Dune. Apparently Dune is abandonware, and their abandonware game of the month. What did that say? Animation is an arse. I can agree with that. As somebody who's done animation, animation is an arse. But Steve Hill's NeverQuest. Oh dear. Looking back. Film-based games. City of Heroes. That man is wearing a hero costume, but he's a real person.
Widrixco just redeemed. Look at an issue of PCZone UK magazine.
The one directly after this. Damn it. Okay. We're gonna have to breeze through it though. Sensible soccer. What the hell? Nope, not reading that one. Path of Neo. I don't remember there being a game called Path of Neo. Was it called Enter the Matrix in the end? Oh, it's made by Shiny.